Hey, it's Mr. Shrum, and I am back again to walk you through the Everfi lesson plans. And this is the last group of lessons, and it is called Money Moves. Now, you'll get into this in a few weeks, but I just wanted to give you the overview. It's modern banking and identity protection. So here's how the course is outlined for Everfi. These are the digital lessons on the left and the descriptions, and then the objectives, like what you're trying to do, what you'll learn from each lesson. So this is kind of a guide for teachers, but I'll show you the students how it's all set up. The digital lesson, introductory financial concepts. So having a savings account as a minor is positively connected to better financial literacy, but only a little over half of US 15-year-olds have bank accounts, and this disparity hits lower income students hardest. In this lesson, students will learn to identify the benefits of financial institution services. They'll also be able to explain compound interest and differentiate between savings and checking accounts. Upon completing this lesson, students will be able to proactively seek out financial institutions with the right services for their needs. And the objectives for this lesson: identify the benefits of account management services that financial institutions provide, compare and contrast checking and savings accounts, describe the benefits of compound interest versus simple interest. Okay. Modern digital banking. Digital banking can reduce barriers for starting and managing a bank account, particularly for low-income students. In this lesson, students will learn how to use different banking features, including how to use mobile banking to manage money, pay bills, and make money transfers. Upon completion of this lesson, students will be able to use digital banking tools to help them manage their finances. And those sound a lot like the objectives. The only difference, I think, understand how online banking portals and mobile banking apps can be used to manage money. No. So they went over that in the description. Identity theft and fraud protection. Despite being digital natives, everyone throws that term around. High schoolers are not always savvy about their, well, even adults are not savvy about their use of technology, including assessing the credibility of information and protecting their privacy. So in this lesson, students will learn how to control personal information online and practice safe internet usage. They'll also learn how to identify common scams and the best way to get assistance if they are the target of a scam. Upon completion of this lesson, students will be able to proactively protect themselves from fraud and identity theft. Fraud and identity theft are unfortunate, but if you know what to do, you can stop that before anything bad happens. And a lot of your banks will have protection alerts. They will notify you like, hey, are you in like France or India? And you'll say, no, I'm in the United States. That must be some type of fraud. And then they'll shut down that account, and then they'll get you a new card and new account information, and they'll help you with the situation. Determine methods of controlling personal information, identify scams or attempted fraud online or over the phone, understand the difference between scams and fraud, and how their differences impact the way they can be dealt with if they occur. Explain consumer rights, responsibilities, remedies, and the importance of consumer vigilance. Investigate sources of assistance in resolving identity theft and fraud. And then the last digital lesson is peer-to-peer transactions. So peer-to-peer or P2P payment apps are used by over 90 million Americans. I use them. Um, Fraud on payment apps is a growing problem, and younger adults are more likely to fall victim to this peer-to-peer type of fraud. So in this lesson, students will learn how to evaluate the right peer-to-peer app for them, take steps to use the app safely, and recognize potential scams. And once you complete this lesson, students will be able to identify and hopefully avoid these types of peer-to-peer scams. So the objectives: compare costs and benefits of peer-to-peer payment application types, summarize the risks and protections, identify the signs of possible scams or fraud specific to peer-to-peer, explain the steps users can take to ensure the safe use of peer-to-peer applications. And that's it for money moves. And if you have any questions about that lesson in Everfi, let me know in Canvas and I will help you out. But until then, that's all you really have to do for advisory for the rest of the year. The Everfi, apply to Oklahoma Promise, get to know FAFSA and education.com. That's another one I posted about. And then keep an eye out for announcements in Canvas. But other than that, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your rainy day, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.